Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today is not such good news. Today was my first lost day in a long time, in almost 2 weeks. It happens, but I'm going through a pattern right now. I seem to be losing big sometimes on certain days, and today was one of those days, unfortunately. I lost basically like 6 days worth of gains. So I need to work on that. It's embarrassing to admit it, but this is where we're at. Otherwise, it's going to take me a lot longer to hit my goal. So we begin today with Nasdaq. For whatever reason, maybe because Nasdaq was at an all-time high, it was really choppy. There was a lot of hesitancy in the different trades and things like that. But what had happened was that I was not able to hit any of my TPs, which I usually go for a minimum of 20 points. And none of them actually happened from where my entry points were. So we will start again with Nasdaq, the first trade. It was supposed to be a short, and it ended up with a loss. The good takeaway is that I have used it to learn from it and to tweak my strategy, so I know what not to do next time. Take a look. My second trade was also a Nasdaq. It was on a long, and it had made 10 points. And I usually have a particular strategy where I go break even, but I didn't know that it had moved 15 points. I guess I was doing something else at the time, but it burned me, and I also ended up with a loss. And then my third trade, I went in again on Nasdaq, and it wasn't quite going well. I did a short, but on a safer entry point, and I came out with break even. Take a look. And then with my fourth trade, I went in again on a short, and this one again, just like I believe my second trade, on this one was the short, and it went for 10 points, didn't quite hit my 20, and it reversed, but I came out at break even. Take a look. And then my next trade, which was also a Nasdaq, I went in, and again, it wasn't quite moving right, so I came out at a break even. Take a look. And then my sixth trade, my final trade on Nasdaq, not my final trade, but just my final trade on Nasdaq. I went in again, I believe it was for a second time, on what I thought was a safer place to be, but it didn't quite work out, and I ended up with a loss. Take a look. And then finally, my final trade, I went in on crude oil. So now I'm going to be playing more crude oil. I like the way it looks. I like the way it works with my strategy. So we're going to see how it plays out over the next coming weeks and obviously into the new year. I went in on this one. It didn't quite work out. Now, I did not follow my strategy on this one. I didn't follow the strategy on crude oil. And part of the reason for that was that I was using the wrong crude oil code, and it had already moved quite a bit. It had already moved a little bit. So I thought the correct coded futures, crude oil futures, would move the same way, but it didn't. And I ended up also with a loss. Take a look. And then here's my balance. This is one of the largest losses I've had in a long time, I think in like over a month. And again, I have to find a way to mitigate these kinds of losses because them eating up all my stuff is not quite great. But my sixth and my seventh trade, my last two trades, could have been avoided. And then, of course, one of my other trades could have been avoided as well because I forgot to put my break even when it went 15 points. So all in all, made a few errors that cost me, but I have to find a way again to not be losing like this. So hopefully this won't happen again. Take care. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.